everyone, and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here to go back 2 years. Yeah, that's right. It's been 2 years since the Brothers War. So we're going to go ahead and crack open this fully sealed and intact draft booster box. Take a look at these 36 packs, see what kind of retro artifacts we get. See if we pick up any of the borderless cards. That's the only kind of special frame that we're eligible for in draft boxes. And, go through the MTG Box Analysis, see what kind of value we found, coverage of the set. Got a little insert there. But yeah, old school draft packs, they don't make them like this anymore. Now we've got the play boosters, one less card, same amount of packs, but $20 to $25 more in cost. So let's see if we can't find some value in these old packs. Now we do have pull tabs, so that means these were Japanese printed. So when we get through a few packs, it should be easy to kind of just skip through to the good stuff. So we got ourselves a blank token right up front, and we're going to see an autonomous assembler foil rare coming in. Very cool to see that. Unfortunately, I don't think the autonomous assembler is a high value rare. Behind that, we're going to see a second rare. We got a Black Blade Reforged coming in from the retro artifact subset. So we should get one of these in every single pack. They do come in two treatments. You got standard retro frame, and then you have the schematic frame. So kind of cool to see that. This does hold some value. And then right behind that, we're going to get a third rare. We got Argoth, Sanctum of Nature, coming in from the land cycle from the main set. Again, a little bit of value there. Go ahead and flip that one over since this is our first time through. That kind of transforms into the bottom half of the I can't remember the creature, but if we find the other half, I'll flip it over again. So then we're going to see ourselves a Pyretic Burst, followed by a Gnawing Vermin. Then we're going to see an Ironclaw Crusher with a Yoshin Medic, Latinam Adept, Tower Worker, Carrion Locust, Hoarding Recluse. Then we're going to see a Raise to the Ground with a Trench Stalker, a Gnarlroot Pallbearer with a Scrapwork Cohort in the back. All right, so there you go. One pack of Brothers War down. We are looking for Lauren's Escape in the common category. And then we've got 6 uncommons from the main set that we're also keeping an eye out for. So we got ourselves a punch card token here, followed by an uncommon retro artifact, the Springleaf Drum. And then we're going to see Tasia's Welcome coming in from the main set. This card does hold some value and is still seeing play today. Then we're going to see Lauren's Disciple of History, a Pyretic Burst, followed by Zephyr Sentinel. Then we're going to see a Yoshin Medic, Coilless Rock, Burrowing Razor-Raw, Shoot Down, followed by an Unleashed Shell, Carrion Locust, Scrapwork Cohort, the Falaji Chain Dancer with Atomical Honor Guard, and an Airlift Chaplain in the back. So I mentioned Lauren's Escape is the one common we're looking for, but we're also looking for the Flow of Knowledge in foil is valued over $1. Go for the Throat, also in foil, valued over $1. Audacity, another uncommon, valued over $1 in foil. Then we've got the Haywire Might, which is valued over $1 in both foil and non-foil, as well as the Thran Power Suit, almost $5 in foil. And then from the land cycle, we've got the Demolition Field valued just under $1 in non-foil and over $1 in foil. So we're got another blank token here with a Third Path Iconolast coming in as a foil uncommon. And then we're going to see a Phyrexian Revolver coming in from the retro artifact subset. Fortunately, not a high value card. Then we're going to see ourselves a Hurkyl's Final Meditation coming in from the main set with a Mass Production, a Hulking Metamorph, and there's the Demolition Field, just valued under $1, with a Falaji Archaeologist, the Rock Hunter, an Energy Refractor, Blitz Automation, Gix's Caress with a Deadly Repose, Goblin Firebomb, Giant Growth, and a Recommission. All right, so we've gone through 3 full packs there. So I think we'll kind of stop going through all of the commons and uncommons. We'll thumb through and look for Tasia's Welcome in the foil slot, but I think we'll skip every single common and just try and focus in on the rares, mythics, and uncommons. So we got ourselves a Power Stone here, followed by a Full Art Mountain. Yep, that's right. There are full art lands in this set. Then we're going to see ourselves the Self-Assembler coming in, followed by a Razor Lash Transmogrant coming in from the main set as our rare, with a Steel Exemplar, an Alloy Animist, a Gruesome Realization, and a Revival Agent as our first common. All right, moving into our next pack. Now, there are two uncommons that we're also looking for coming out of the Retro Artifact series, and that would be Mishra's Bauble and the Swiftfoot Boots, so we'll keep an eye out for those. So we got ourselves a zombie, followed by Full Art Swamp. Then we're going to pick up a Liquid Metal Coating, and our main set rare is going to be a Mishra's Command, followed by No One Left Behind, an Involuntary Cooldown, Falaji Vanguard, with a Goring Warplow as our first common. So some of the big hitters in this set, the most valuable card you can pull actually comes from the Retro Artifact subset, and that's going to be the Mox Amber, valued right around $40. That's the number 1 card. The number 2 card comes from the main set, and that's the Portal to Phyrexia, valued at around $24. So we got a Power Stone, followed by a Jalum Tome. Then we're going to see Quinn Kayla Binkrug as our main set rare with a Blanchwood Armor, the Fall of Krug, Third Path Iconolast, and then we're going to see a supply drop. All right, so what else can we tell you? So there's so the 2 cards I mentioned earlier are the only 2 valued over $20, but we got Myrel, Shield of Argive, valued at $19. We've also got the Gix Yawgmoth Praetor, valued at $12, Awaken the Woods, valued at $12, plus Titania Voice of Gaia, valued at $10, and the Aetherflux Reservoir, valued at $11, plus the Mesmeric Orb, valued at $14. So still lots of value in this old set. So we got ourselves a Mishra's Onslaught coming in as our foil with an Ichor Wellspring, and then we're going to see Ashnod Flesh Mechanist with an Ashnod's Harvester, Evangel of Synthesis, and then we're going to see a Horn's Hornseeker with a Veteran Power Blade. All right, moving into our next pack. I have opened quite a few of these over the years because it's been out for 2 years, so maybe at the end of the video I'll do a multi-box analysis. So we got a Repair and Recharge, followed by a Foundry Inspector. Then we're going to see an Arcane Proxy. I believe this is going to be our first Mythic of the box. Unfortunately, not a high-value Mythic. And then we're going to pick up a Falaji Dragon Engine, followed by a Splitting the Power Stone. The Haywire Might, this is going to be one of the uncommons valued over $1. Then we've got a Machine Over Matter as our first common. So big shout out and thank you to all the members of the channel. If you are a member of the channel through MTG Box Analysis or YouTube, you're really helping to support the channel. And everyone else who just kind of watches the videos, comments on the videos, I thank you for your viewership and just want to say thanks. So we got ourselves a Swamp here, followed by an Altar of Dementia coming in. So this is going to be one of the big hitters, not quite $10, but just under. Another Mythic for us. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Simium Simulacrum coming in from the main set as our rare, followed by a Transmogrant Altar, Dreams of Steel and Oil with a Defabricate, and a Rock Hunter as our first common. So we're a couple of weeks out from Foundations. What are your thoughts? And I know it's going to be around for a couple of years, but is anyone excited for the reprints or the new cards that are coming in that? Are you interested in collector booster boxes? My understanding is there's going to be either one and done, or there will be an annual cycle of them, but there won't be 5 years worth of collector boxes. So we've got a Construct, followed by a Goblin Charbelcher coming in as a rare from the Retro Artifact subseries. And then we're going to see Hajar Loyal Bodyguard from the main set. With a Junkyard Genius, Go for the Throat. Then we're going to see a Monastery Swift Sphere with a Retrieval Agent as our common. All right, sliding into our second to last pack from stack number 1. Another Punch card, followed by a Mountain. And then we're going to see a Scrap Trawler coming in from the Retro Artifact, is valued over $1. Then we're going to see the Temporal Anchor coming in from the main set with a Reconstructed Thopter, a Take Flight, and then we're going to see ourselves a Static Net with a Rust Goliath. All right, so that takes us to the final pack in stack number 1. This should be pack number 12. Let's see what we've got in here. So we've got ourselves a Power Stone, followed by a Millstone. And our rare is going to be a Borderless Llanowar Waste. So here's one of the Borderless cards. Love that it's one of the lands and not one of the 3 non-lands. And this is valued over $1, so hooray. And then we're going to see ourselves the Great Prospector with a Yoshin Tactician, a Cyroneth Steelseeker, and a Supply Drop. All right, so we'll just go ahead and stack up our main set rares and jump into stack number 2. Lots of double-sided cards in this set. That's why we've got so many of these blank tokens. All right, well, there we go. We got ourselves a Mishra's Bauble, another uncommon valued over $1, and only one of two from the Retro Artifact subseries. And then we're going to get another Mythic, though. We got Teferi, a Temporal Pilgrim coming in, is valued over $1, so hooray, third Mythic of the box. Then we get a Steel Exemplar with a Gurgling Anointer, a Thopter Mechanic, and a Goring Warplow coming in as our last common. All right, we'll try and rip through the rest of these packs pretty quickly. So we got ourselves the Power Stone, followed by a Blanchwood Prowler, another foil for us, with the Swiftfoot Boots. That's the other uncommon from the Retro series, valued over $1. In fact, it's valued over $3 right now. And there's the Brushland coming in from the main set, another land valued over $1, with a Yoshin Tactician, an Alloy Animist, Disciples of Gix, and a Desynchronize. So what do you all think of Brothers War? When this came out 2 years ago, November 18th, 2022, were you a fan? Not a fan? I remember going to my local game store and purchasing some boxes. So we got ourselves a blank with the Plains, and then we're going to see a Sculpting Steel as another rare from the Retro Artifact subseries. And then we're going to see the Skitter Beam Battalion coming in from the main set, one of the Mythics. It is valued over $1. Then we're going to see an Urza Powerstone Prodigy, Sushi Cave Guard with an Obstinate Baloth, and a Third Path Savant. All right, this pack kicks off with a non-token token. Behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Sigil of Valor uncommon from the Retro series, with a Deathbloom Ritualist coming in as our main set rare. Then we're going to see a Combat Thresher, Blanchwood Armor, and the Fall of Krug. All right, this one kicks off with another punch card, followed by a Mishra's Command, our first rare coming in the foil treatment. Then we're going to see ourselves an Ornithopter, good old classic, with Drafana, Founder of Latnam, coming in as our main set rare, with a Spotter Thopter, splitting the Power Stone, and an Arbalist Engineers with an Air Marshal in the back. All right, so I'm just going to take a quick second and slide the common uncommons over, so I don't accidentally knock them over. We're pretty close to the halfway point. So we got ourselves a Power Stone, followed by a Full Art Forest. And then we're going to see the Wormcoil Engine coming in, another really good Mythic from the Retro Artifact series, valued just under $10. Awesome. And behind that, we are going to see another Mythic. We got In the Trenches coming in from the main set, followed by a Mask of the Jadecrafter, Forging the Anchor, a Corrupt, and a Coastal Bulwark as our common. All right, this one kicks off with a Golem token, followed by a Burnished Heart. Then we're going to see Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia coming in, another rare of value from the main set, with a Levitating Statue, Skyfisher Spider, and a Calamity's Wake. Our first common is going to be the Scatter Ray. So I really hope we do get to see one of the big hits from this box, just to make sure that we do cover the value. You know, I always get nervous when we get about the halfway point and we haven't seen any $15, $20 cards yet. So we got a Power Stone, followed by the Self-Assembler. And then we're going to see a Gix's Command coming in from the main set. Does hold a little bit of value, with a Symmetry Matrix, Gaia's Courser, and then we're going to see a Battlefield Butcher with a Stone Revival unit in the back. All right, moving into our next pack. So many of these blank double-sided tokens. Black Lotuses for days. All right, so we're going to see ourselves a Goblin Firebomb in foil, followed by another Ornithopter. And then we're going to pick up an Autonomous Assembler coming in from the main set as our rare, not a high-value rare. Then we're going to see a Keeper of the Cadence, an Arms Race, with a Cradle Clear Cutter and a Desynchronize in the back. All right, this pack kicks off with a Soldier, followed by a Pristine Talisman. And then we're going to see ourselves the Mishra's Foundry coming in from the main set as a land, unfortunately, again, not valued over $1. Then we're going to see a Falaji Excavation, Disciples of Gix, and then an Obliterating Bolt with a Coastal Borg. That's kind of one of the things about this older set. Not quite old enough to be vintage, still relatively new, so the cards that have kind of fallen out of favor have fallen out of favor, and so there's a lot of rares valued under $1. So we got a Power Stone with a Thopter Mechanic in foil. And then we're going to see ourselves Well of Lost Dreams coming in as a rare, with Tyrant of Care Ridges coming in as a backup rare, then a Thran Vigil, the Audacity, and a Thran Power Suit, and a Veteran Power Blade. All right, final pack in stack number 2 should be pack number 24. Let's see some big value cards. So we got ourselves a Soldier with an Island. And then we're going to see ourselves the Cloud Key coming in, another rare of value, followed by a Harbin Vanguard Aviator, then a Yoshin Frontliner, Hero of the Dunes, with a Mishra Excavation Prodigy and a Conscripted Infantry in the back. All right, sliding over into stack number 3, 12 packs to go. Make sure you do stay tuned at the end for the MTG Box Analysis. So we got ourselves a Deadly Riposte in foil, followed by a Soul Guide Lantern. And then we're going to see Urza, Lord Protector, coming in from the main set. Another Mythic, another card of value, valued over $5. Hooray! I'll go ahead and flip over a Mishra. So there's Urza Planeswalker, and I apologize, I said Mishra. That's probably offensive to any of the Urza fans out there. So there we go. So Urza turns into Urza. Then we got No One Left Behind, followed by Gaia's Courser. And then we're going to see a Gruesome Realization with a Rock Hunter in the back. All right, we got ourselves another punch card here, followed by, oh, I missed the full art land. It is a mountain. Then we're going to see the Door to Nothingness, a rare but not a valuable rare. And then we're going to see Over the Top from the main set with a Spotter Thopter, Zephyr Sentinel, another Haywire Might, so a little more value for us, then a Rusk Goliath as our first common. All right, so unless I've missed it, I think the only common, well, I guess all the other uncommons are valued under $1 in non-foil. I was just looking to see if we missed any. So we've picked up every single non-foil uncommon valued over $1 so far. So we're going to show us a Power Stone with a Jalum Tome. And then we're going to see the Underground River. This is going to be the most valuable non-basic land coming in from the set. Hooray! With a Symmetry Matrix, Giant Cindermaw, and then we're going to see Dreams of Steel and Oil with a Veteran Power Blade. All right, this pack is kicking off with a Spirit Token, followed by a Spectrum Sentinel. Then we're going to see an Ivory Tower, followed by Liberator, Urza's Battle Thopter coming in, another rare of value. It all adds up. Then we're going to see Lauren, Disciple of History, followed by an Ashnod's Harvester, Evangel of Synthesis, and an Argothian Sprite coming in as our first common. All right, this pack is going to kick off with Power Stone. Then we're going to see ourselves a Foundry Inspector with Hercule Master Wizard coming in. Then we're going to see a Recruitment Officer with a Yoshin Dissident, a Static Net, and an Air Marshal coming in the back. All right, this pack starts off with just a Soldier Token. Then we're going to see the Full Art Plains, followed by a Bonesaw coming in as an uncommon, with a Hall of Tagsin coming in as our rare non-basic land. Then Meticulous Evacuation, Transmogran Altar, an Arms Race, and a Stone Retrieval Unit. At least the pull tabs are working, even if we're not getting value. The box is easy to open. So we got the punch card with a Gixian Skull Flare. Then we're going to see a Platinum Angel coming in, another mythic valued over $5. Awesome to see that. And directly behind it, we're going to see ourselves a Hostile Negotiations coming in from the main set with a Slagstone Refinery, Mishra's Research Desk, Arbalest Engineers, and a Burrowing Razormaw. So even though we're not seeing a ton of, or any of the big hitters valued over $10, we're seeing a lot of mythics valued over $5, and quite a few rares of value. So hopefully when I add it all up and that number in the upper left-hand corner, hopefully that's looking pretty good. So we got a blank, followed by a forest. Then we're going to see a Sigil of Valor with Tassia Digsite Mentor. That's not going to do it. Then we're going to see a Great Desert Prospector, the Bushwhack, followed by a Battlefield Butcher, and a Koilos Rock. All right, we are down to 4 packs, 4 more chances. I guess technically we have 8 more chances because there's 2 rare slots per pack potentially if you get a rare from the Retro series. So we got the Power Stone, followed by an Ichor Wellspring. And then we're going to see an Urza's Command with a Reconstructed Thopter, Heavyweight Demolisher, a Demolition Field, and a Rock Hunter. All right, final 3 packs. This box could be a little rocky if we don't get something here. So we got ourselves a Soldier, followed by a Rune Chanter's Pike coming in from the Retro Series with a Llanowar Waste. So we saw this earlier in Borderless. Then we're going to pick up a Junkyard Genius, Horned Stoneseeker with a Cradle Clear Cutter and Latinam Adept. Come on, surprise me in the last pack. Show me the magic. Power Stone, followed by Ashnod's Altar. Definitely some value here. Is valued over $5. So we did get a little extra push with a Painful Quandary, another really good rare from the set, valued just over $4. Then a Falaji Dragon Engine, Flow of Knowledge, an Iron Craw Crusher with a Retrieval Agent. All right, final draft booster pack. Let's see what we got in here. And then we'll jump into the analysis. So we got a Shihili Filigree Master token coming in with a Thran Spider rare coming in foil, followed by a Chromatic Star, and our final rare is actually going to be a Mythic, and it is Shihili Filigree Master to go along with the token we just picked up. Very cool to see that. Unfortunately, Shihili, not a high-value Mythic. Then we're going to see the Spectrum Sentinel with a Falaji Vanguard, a Serenith Steelseeker, Stone Retrieval Unit, Scatter Ray, Tassia's Dixite, Bitter Reunion, Clay Revenant, Dredging Claw with an Argothian Opportunist, Military Discipline, and a Stern Lesson in the back. How appropriate. All right, so I'll get it all sorted, organized, and here comes the MTG Box Analysis. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.